Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker weighs the prospects of a third term in Springfield, and Iowa state lawmakers put an overtime session after a group of Republicans forced a vote on eminent domain. We'll get into that this morning with former Scott County Democratic Party Chair Alicia Gaiman and Scott County Republican Party Vice Chair Kurt Whalen. Great to see you both. Let's get started right away with Iowa. This year's legislative session went into overtime when a group of Republicans in the state Senate refused to vote on the state budget unless there was a vote on an eminent domain bill. That bill wound up passing and sent to the governor. The intent is to protect farmers and other property owners from losing their land to Summit Carbon Solutions' plan to build a carbon dioxide pipeline through parts of Iowa and ultimately parts of Illinois as well, for that matter. Pipeline supporters say it's a way to transport the carbon dioxide waste from ethanol plants and eventually store it deep underground. Pipelines would have to prove a clear public benefit to seize any land if Governor Kim Reynolds signs it. How significant is this development? Does this set the stage for other eminent domain fights in the future for other industries, perhaps? Kurt Whalen?
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest concerns of the people who were against the bill, was that it might limit or hurt businesses trying to, work with pipeline infrastructure. That and it might be poorly written or something, might have too many loopholes. The bill's kind of split our party. There are Republicans for it and Republicans against it. But I would say this, no Republican I know of is for the abuse of eminent domain at all. I think eminent domain, violates the 11 most dangerous words in the English language, which are I am from the government and I'm here to help. So I don't think we want it to be abusive. But the real issue, the real driving force is this carbon capture pipeline. Why anyone would support the idea that carbon dioxide is detrimental to the environment is beyond me. The Democrat eco-terrorist environmental lobby, they've succeeded in brainwashing people to believe that, but it's a grift, it's a con job. These are the same people that, like Al Gore, the snake oil salesman, who said that the earth would be scorched in 10 years, like 30 years ago. But why would you trust them and their false studies? Carbon dioxide is essential for plants to produce oxygen. So oxygen's what we breathe. So the earth has like 400 parts per million carbon dioxide in the atmosphere right now. In the Carboniferous period, 325 million years ago, the carbon dioxide levels were 7,000 parts per million, and life flourished. Oxygen levels were also increased. So the carbon footprint lie, I think, spread by the eco-terrorists, it's ridiculous. Your carbon footprint is a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert. Don't believe it. It's we've been hoodwinked, we've been bamboozled. The environmentalists have taken over. So that's the problem here.
Alicia, do you see this setting the stage for other eminent domain fights in the future?
Well, I think definitely one of the core principles here is people wanting to have autonomy over their land. We're making it hard enough for Iowa farmers. We're going to talk about, I think, later on in this very program, about some of the cuts in the budget that are happening as well. And farmers are taking it from both ends. They need people to be out there standing up and supporting them, supporting their own right to own land. So while people may fear that this might, spread into other areas, I don't know that would be a bad thing. Let's protect landowners and homeowners from government entities and corporations coming in and seizing their land. I don't think that that's a bad thing. And if it spreads from there, great. And legislatively speaking, one of the things that we often look to, or why bills get thrown in, is maybe there was too much opposition for the lift for it to pass when it was the narrow scope. This happens all the time, and one huge example of this is the tobacco anti-smoking bills that happened in the early 2000s. Initially those casinos had that exemption because we did not have the votes to have it passed otherwise. And I think that's probably more what we're witnessing right now. But I would anticipate soon that could be revisited and, expanded into other industries to be, have more shields for the property owners, for sure.
Alicia Gaiman, Kurt Whalen, stand by. What challenges J.B. Pritzker faces if he runs for president and serves a third term as Illinois governor? That's in a web extra at ourquadcities.com.